The concept of topological space grew out of the study of the real line and Euclidean space and the study of continuous functions on these spaces. In this video, we discuss and define what is meant by topological space, and we study a number of ways of constructing a topology on a set so as to make it into topological space. So let's have definition of topology and topological space mean. A topology on a set X is a collection of tau of subsets of X having the following properties. First, empty set and X are in tau. The union of the elements of any subcollection of tau is in tau. The intersection of the elements of any finite subcollection of tau is in tau. So a topology is defined on some set X. It is a collection of say tau of subsets of X, means topology is defined on subsets of X. If we collected some subspaces, if we collected some subsets of X and create some collection, call this as tau, then this tau is said to be a topology if that tau satisfies following properties. First property is empty set and X are in tau. Second property, the union of the elements of any subcollection of tau is in tau. It means if we take any elements from tau, suppose if I take two elements from tau, then their union must be in tau. So if we pick up any two elements or any number of elements from tau, then their union also belongs to the set tau. Similarly, third property says intersection of the elements of any finite subcollection of tau. If I take finite union of some elements of subcollection from tau, then it again belongs to tau. So if all these properties are satisfied, then we say tau is a topology, and a set for which a topology tau has been specified is called a topological space, denoted by X comma tau. So this is definition of topological space, and we say tau is topology if it satisfies these three properties. So remember these two things: X is a any set and tau is a collection of subsets of X, means tau contains elements in the form of sets. Tau contains elements in the form of sets. Let's have some. So whatever the properties, these three properties we discuss in mathematical way. That is, collection tau satisfy the following properties: empty set and X should belongs to tau. Second, if indexed family of set Xi, where I belongs to J, belongs to tau, then union of this index set Xi also belongs to tau. Third, if index set Xi belongs to tau, then the finite intersection of Xi, where I varies from 1 to n, also belongs to tau. So these are the three properties. If tau satisfy these three properties, then we say that tau is topology, and X together with tau is said to be topological space. Let's have one example. It will clear the definition. Let X be a 3 element of set X equals to A, B, C. Then find the topologies on X. So here set X is equals to ABC, which contains 3 elements. Cardinality of X is 3. So we have to find out all topologies on X. However, we find, so given set X is equals to ABC, then among the many possible topologies on X, some of them are as follows. So there are many possible topologies on X, some of which here we calculate. So first one, empty set and X, tau 1 is equals to empty set and X. So if this tau 1 satisfy all three properties, then tau 1 is topology on X. So we know that empty set is subset of every set. That's why empty set belongs to tau 1. Second, every subset is subset of itself. Every set is subset of itself. That's why X should belongs to tau 1. Now if we take union of empty set and X, it is again X. If we take intersection of these two sets, intersection of empty set and X is empty sets. So all these three properties are satisfied. That's why tau 1 is topology defined on X, and X comma tau 1 is topological space. Next, suppose if I choose this tau 2 is equals to empty set, singleton set A and set X. So whether this tau 2 is a topology on X. So empty set, if I take here empty set and X belongs to tau 2, first property satisfied. Now if I take union of empty set and A, it is A, and A belongs to tau 2. Similarly, union of singleton set A with X is X, it is also belongs to tau 2. Similarly, union of all these three elements is again X, which is belongs to tau 2. So second property also satisfied. Now if we take intersection of empty set and A, it is empty set, belongs to tau 2. Intersection of empty and this set X is empty set, again belongs to tau 2. If we take intersection of singleton set A with X, it is again singleton set A, which is belongs to tau 2. If we take intersection of all these three subsets, then it is a empty set which is belongs to tau 2. So all three properties are satisfied. That's why tau 2 is topology on X, and the set X together with tau 2 is a topological space. Similarly, tau 3, tau 4 are also topologies. Now consider tau 5. Here tau 5 is defined as phi singleton A, singleton B, set A comma B and X. So this is sub collection of X. So here if we take union of any two elements, suppose if I take union of these two sets, then it is set A comma B, which is belongs to tau 5. If we take intersection of these two sets, singleton A and B, it is empty set, which is belongs to tau 5. If we take union of singleton A with X, it is singleton A, which is belongs to tau 5. If we take intersection of singleton B with X, it is a singleton B, which is also belongs to tau 5. Similarly, if we take intersection of singleton A with this set A comma B, or intersection of this singleton B with this set A comma B, this is a singleton A and singleton B respectively, and both together belongs to tau 5. So tau 5 also satisfies all three properties. That's why tau 5 is topology defined on X, and X together with tau 5 forms a topological space. Similarly, tau 6, tau 7, these are also topological space. Similarly, tau 8, tau 9 also forms topological spaces together with X. Now tau 11 is this set, empty set, singleton A, singleton B, singleton C, A comma B, comma set B comma C, comma set A comma C, and set X. So how many elements are here? There are 8 elements. So tau 11 is nothing but collection of all subsets of X. Tau 11 is nothing but collection of all subsets of X. So this tau 11 also satisfy all 3 properties. That's why tau 11 is topology defined on X, and X together with tau 11 is a topological space. So this tau 11 is the largest topology defined on X, and tau 1 is the smallest topology defined on X. So there are here I found 11 topologies. So think on about this set and generate tau 12, tau 13 you can find. So try to find out another topologies. This is not enough. Okay, so there are many topologies on this set X you can find. So this is the example on topology. Next remark. So if X is a topological space with topology tau, then we say that a subset U of X is an open set of X if U belongs to the collection tau. So here they are saying X is topological space with topology tau. We say that any subset U of X, any subset U of X is an open set of X if U belongs to the some collection of tau. So every subset or every element of tau is an open set because tau contains sub collection of set X. So that's why every single element of tau is a open set, because elements in tau are nothing but the sets, and if the subset U of X is an open set of X if and only if U belongs to the collection of tau. So remember, every element of tau is a open set of X. So using this terminology, we can say that a topological space is a set X together with a collection of subsets of X called open sets, such that empty set and X are both open. So empty set and X, these are both open sets, and such that arbitrary unions and finite intersection of open sets are open. So by definition of topology, we have the following in topological space: arbitrary union of open set is open, and finite intersection of open set is open. So these two results are deducted, this one and this one, from two properties, last two properties in the definition of topological space. So this first remark is important in point of view for further references. So remember, I repeat again, in any topological space X with topology tau, a subset U of X is an open set of X if and only if U belongs to the collection of tau. One may refer as definition of open set. Next example: if X is any set, then the collection of all subsets of X is a topology on X. It is called a discrete topology. So here X is any set, and if we collect all possible subsets of X, then such set forms a topology, and this topology is called as discrete topology, and this is the largest topology among the all defined topologies on X. So in earlier example, first example, tau 11 is a discrete topology. So I already discussed that tau 11 is the collection of all subsets of X. So this is a discrete topology, and this is the largest topology among all the defined topologies. Next, the collection consisting of X and empty set only. The collection consisting of X and empty set only is also topology on X, and this is called as indiscrete topology or simply trivial topology. So trivial topology. So in previous example, tau 1 is a indiscrete topology. Tau 1 is a indiscrete topology as it contains only two elements, X and empty set, and this is the smallest topology among all the topologies defined on X. So this is a discrete topology and definition of indiscrete topology. Now come to our third example. Let X be a set and let tau suffix f be the collection of all subsets U of X such that X minus U is either finite or is all of X. So here X is subset and tau f be the set or collection of those subsets U of X. So here tau f contains subsets of X. Tau f contains subsets of X, but how the subsets are they? They are the subsets such that their difference with X means X minus U is either finite or is all of X. Then tau f is a topology X. Then this collection tau f is a topology on X, and it is called a finite complement topology. This tau f is called finite complement topology. So now we claim tau f is a topology on X. So what is tau f? Tau f is equals to collection of those subsets of X, that is U is subset of X, such that the difference X minus U is either finite or is all of X. So now we claim tau f is a topology. So our first property is empty set and X should belongs to tau f. So X minus U, if X minus U is equals to X, if X minus U is equals to X, this implies U is equals to empty, because difference of X and empty set is X itself. So X minus U is equals to X, this implies U is empty set. This implies empty set belongs to tau f. Why? Because which elements occurs in tau f? So whatever the difference of X minus U, either finite or all of X. Here we get difference of X minus empty set is all of X. So that's why this empty set belongs to X, and empty set is subset of X. Now suppose if I take U is equals to X, every set is subset of itself. So U is, suppose if I take U is equals to X, then X minus X, difference of this same set is empty set, which is finite. So by definition of what? By definition of tau f, as X is subset of X, that's why X belongs to tau f. So here we proved first property, empty set belongs to tau f and X belongs to tau f. Now let U alpha be any subcollection of tau f. Here I choose U alpha be any subcollection of tau f. Then our claim is u alpha belongs to tau f. So we have to show u alpha belongs to tau f. Then to show that u alpha belongs to tau f, we compute x minus union of u alpha. So second property is what? Second property is arbitrary union of numbers in tau is in tau. So here we take arbitrary union of index set u alpha. So x minus u alpha, this is equals to intersection of x minus u alpha by De Morgan's law. But x minus u alpha is finite set. But x minus u alpha is finite set, and we know that arbitrary intersection of finite set is finite. So this difference x minus union of u alpha is finite. Therefore x minus u alpha is finite, and hence union of u alpha belongs to tau f by definition of tau f. What we did here? Here I choose u alpha belongs to tau f and showed union of u alpha belongs to tau f. So u alpha is index set. So x minus union of u alpha, x minus union of u alpha. Why we take here difference? We are using here this definition. X minus u is either finite or is all of x. So we compute x minus union of u alpha to show union of u alpha belongs to tau f. And when union of u alpha belongs to tau f, whenever this difference is either finite or all of x. So here I choose x minus union of u alpha, which is equals to intersection of x minus union alpha. The latter set x minus union, sorry, the latter set x minus u alpha is finite and arbitrary, and we know that arbitrary intersection of this finite set is finite. So therefore this difference is finite. So whenever by definition of tau f, as x minus u is finite, u belongs to where? Tau f. So using this definition of tau f, union of u alpha belongs to tau f. So second condition satisfied. Similarly we can verify our third condition. Third condition is what? Finite intersection. Finite intersection of elements in tau is again in tau. So choose some finite elements. Let u1, u2 up to and so on un are in tau f. Then x minus u1 comma x minus u2 up to and so on x minus un are finite. So therefore x minus I varies from 1 to n ui. X minus I varies from 1 to n ui. Again by De Morgan's law, this is I varies from 1 to n x minus ui. So we know that countable union of countable set is countable, and every finite set is countable. So this union is also countable, means this union is also finite. So this implies the difference x minus intersection I varies from 1 to n ui, this difference is finite. So if this difference is finite, then intersection of ui belongs to tau f by definition of tau f. So as all three conditions are satisfied, therefore tau f is a topology on x, and x is a topological space with respect to topology tau f. So next example number 4. Let x be a set and let tau suffix c be the collection of all subsets of x such that x minus u is either countable or all of x. Then tau c is a topology on x. Then tau suffix c, this is a topology on x, and this topology tau c is called countable topology. So in earlier example 3, this difference x minus u is either finite or all of x, but here is x minus u is either countable or all of x. So we already discussed what is meant by countable set. So let's have solution. We prove this tau c forms a topology. So we have the set tau suffix c is equals to collection of those u which are subsets of x such that the difference x minus u is either countable or is all of x. So first property, if x minus u is equals to x, so if this difference is equals to x, this implies what is value of u here, then this set u must be empty set. So whenever x minus u is equals to x, so this is only possible for u is equals to empty set. So thus empty set belongs to tau c. Now x minus x is equals to empty set which is finite. So as this difference is finite, this implies this x belongs to tau c. Here we proved empty set belongs to tau c and x belongs to tau c. So first property has been satisfied. Second property, let u alpha be any subcollection of elements of tau c. Then we have to show that u alpha belongs to tau c. U alpha belongs to, here we have to show that union of u alpha, arbitrary union of u alpha belongs to tau c. So we compute. So here we have to show union of u alpha. So when union of u alpha belongs to tau c, whenever x minus union of u alpha becomes countable or all of x. So here we take x minus union of u alpha. Again, as in earlier example, this difference is equals to intersection of x minus u alpha. Since arbitrary intersection of countable set is countable, so this difference is countable, and we know that arbitrary intersection of countable set is countable. So therefore this difference x minus union of u alpha is also countable. So by definition of tau c, as x minus union of u alpha is countable, this implies union of u alpha belongs to tau c, and union of u alpha is contained in x. So second condition also satisfied. Now third condition is let u1 u2 up to un be the elements in tau c, then x minus u1, x minus u2 up to and so on x minus un are finite or are countable. So this need not be finite, this may be countable infinite, that's why this difference are countable. Now we compute finite intersection of this ui over I varies from 1 to n belongs to tau c. So therefore we take difference x minus I varies from 1 to n union of I, which is equals to union of I varies from 1 to n x minus ui, which is countable, as union of countable set is countable because this difference is x minus ui is countable. Here x minus un, x minus un are countable sets. So therefore I equals to 1 to n union of x minus ui, this is a countable. So as this difference x minus intersection of ui is countable, so by definition of tau c, this intersection ui belongs to tau c. So as all the three properties are satisfied, hence tau c forms a topology on x, and x is a topological space on with respect to the subcollection tau c. So these are the examples and topological space. So in next lecture we discuss basis for topology and compared topologies. So in first example we define 11 topologies. So we compare these topologies. Also we discuss topology generated by basis. So these three things we discuss in next video. Thank you.